Hello everybody, it's Mac and we are working on how to solve radical equations. So we're going to solve for x and we got a big old square root and we got to figure out how we're going to deal with that, okay? So the biggest rule is this. You want to square a square root to get rid of it, but you're only allowed to do it when it's by itself. Is on number one right here, is the square root by itself? The answer is no. It's got that 2 there on the outside. Now that's 2 times the square root, so I'm going to divide each side by 2. These cancel out, and now I'm left with square root of x plus 5 equals 6. Now the square root is by itself. Now I can square both sides. X plus 5 equals 36, and once I subtract 5, I get x equals 31. All right, let's go on to number 2. That 3 is in the way, and remember that 3 is being multiplied by the radical. So I'm just going to divide by the radical, and I'm going to get radical x minus 3 equals 6. Now, to get rid of that square root, just square both sides. I'm going to get x minus 3 equals 36. And then once I add 3 to both sides, boom, x equals 39. Let's go to number 3, okay? So on number 3, that 4 is in the way, so I'm going to start by dividing by 4. And they go away, and I'm left with root x plus 1 is going to equal 5. Now that I square both sides, I'm going to get x plus 1 equals 25. Subtract 1 from both sides. X equals 24. Next one. Now, don't worry about the minus 8. That's inside. Remember, anything inside has just got to stay inside. So I'm going to divide each side by 2. Why am I dividing by 2? Because I want the square root to be alone. Because I can't do anything with it while there's other numbers around it. Now it's alone on that side, so now I can play this game. And I'm going to go x minus 8 equals 25. Okay, once I add 8 to both sides, boom, die. X equals 33. Boom. All right, let's keep going. On this one, I can divide each side by 5. Boom, boom. And I'm left with root x plus 7 equals 6. Now that the square root is by itself, I can square both sides, and I get x plus 7 equals 36. Subtract 7 from both sides. X equals 29. Let's go look at number 3. Okay, I've got that 3 just kind of hanging out there, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide each side by 3. And that'll give me a root x plus 9 equals 5. Now I square both sides, and I get x plus 9 equals 25. Once I subtract 9 from each, I get x equals 16. Are you guys getting a process? The big thing is that you have a process on how to do these. Step number 1, get rid of anything that's not a square root. So I want to get rid of that 4, so I'm going to do this. Boom, boom, and I get square root of x minus 4 equals 4. And now the square root is alone, so now I'm allowed to do that. X minus 4 equals 16. Now I'm going to add 4 to both sides. Boom, die. X equals 20. And that's really it, guys. Okay, I got one more side to do, and I can tell that these are going to be a little trickier as we go on. Okay, not yet, though. Right here, I just have a 5 being multiplied, so I'm going to divide each side by 5. Boom, die. And I'm going to get a root x minus 4 equals 5. Once I square both sides, I'm going to get x minus 4 equals 25. Boom. Oh, wait, I'm not done at all. All right. Ooh, get rid of here. Go away, go away, go away. Go away, go away. Erase, erase. Is it going to erase? No, it's not. Oh, my goodness, I'm so embarrassed. Thank you for being patient. I circled an answer that couldn't be circled yet because I have to go plus 4. Boom, die. Now I get x equals 29. All right, let's do this one. I have the 2 in the way. I've got to get rid of that 2, and that's how I get rid of the 2. Boom, die, and I get root 2x plus 1 equals 7. Now it's alone, so now I get to square both sides, And I'm going to get 2x plus 1 equals 49. Minus 1, boom, die. 2x equals 48. Let me write it up here. 2x equals 48. Boom, boom, die. X equals 24. And that's it, my friends. Okay, let's keep going on here. So now the 3 is being multiplied, so I want to get rid of the 3 by dividing. That's fine, we've been doing that. And I'm going to be left with square root of x minus 2 equals 9. Now I'm going to square both sides. I'm going to get x minus 2 equals 81. Now I'm going to add 2 to both sides, and I'm going to get x equals 83. All right, let's do the next one. These are all the same until I get to 13. Then I can see there's going to be a little tweak on that one. That'll be fun. You guys are used to me doing this. So la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Square both sides. They die. X plus 4 equals 49. Then we're going to subtract our 4 because that's fun. And I get x equals 45. Bingo! I've been doing these too long. All right, so now we are going to divide each of these by 4. Why? Because I want the square root to be by itself. And now it is. Square root of 3x minus 2 is going to equal 5. Now that I square both, because I couldn't before because of the 4, but now it's by itself, so now I can. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get 3x minus 2 equals 25. Now, add 2 to both sides, and I'm going to get, over here, 3x equals 27. When I divide everybody by 3, I'm going to get x equals 9. All right, let's go on to number 13 here. So we got 2 more to do, and this kind of adds a little bit of everything. Now, I want to get rid of everything that's not under a square root, agreed? So now, what if it was this? What if it said 2x plus 3 equals 13? What would you do? You'd probably subtract 3 first, wouldn't you? I agree. Let's do that. Let's subtract 3. Not only probably would you, you would, if you want to get it right. 2 root x minus 1 equals 10. Now it's still not alone. So now I got to do this to get it alone. Now I'm going to get root x minus 1 equals 5. Now I square root both of them. And when I do that, I get x minus 1 equals 25. Now I add 1 to both sides, and I'm going to get x equals 26. And last one. Okay, I want to get, again, the square root by itself. So my first step is going to be to add the 6, and that'll get rid of my 6. And I'm going to have 3 root 2x plus 5 equals 15. Now I want to get rid of that 3, and I'm going to do that by division. And I'm going to get root 2x plus 5 equals 5. Now the square root is all alone. Only until then, and you can't do it before then. Now I get to square both sides. And I'm going to get 2x plus 5 equals 25. Now I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. And I'm going to get 2x equals 20. And when I divide everybody by 2, I get an x equals 10. And that's it. That's the last one. So if you got through the end, you guys found everything on how to solve radical equations. Great job. I'll see you guys on the next video.